From Oklahoma to the Carolinas, people are cleaning up after more than 200 tornadoes that raced across the country, killing at least 44 people. The tornadoes are nothing out of the ordinary for this time of year, but the storms are more severe than usual. This is due to a La Niña, meaning the Pacific Ocean is cooler than usual. Last Sunday may go down as the most active day of severe thunderstorms in North Carolina's history. The thunderstorms are gone, but the National Weather Service is warning people to remain on alert. Storms are expected to plague the Central Plains and move east later this month.
Mental depression affects an estimated 19 million American adults every year. Valley View's Allie Carnett found one organization that has made it their mission to educate the public and give those struggling with depression hope and encouragement.
Thanks, Brittany. The To Write Love on Her Arms organization came all the way from Cocoa, Florida in an effort to spread their message of hope.
Students at Saddleback College gathered in the quad to talk about a very common and difficult issue. Nonprofit organization To Write Love on Her Arms put together an event that aimed to present hope for people struggling with depression. The event had a variety of activities, including food and t-shirt sales. Students were given the opportunity to write their life ambitions on signs and were also provided with markers to even write inspirational messages on themselves. The event also had live music featuring Stephen McMorrin from the band Satellite.
Truth be told, I couldn't watch you more. I'd go back on all I said before.
Organization leader Jamie Tworkowski says the organization aims to give people hope and provide information about treatment.
We're just trying to point people to hope and help and community and definitely to professional help and resources, which we believe in a lot, but also it might sound simple, but just to the idea of people needing other people and the idea that we all deserve that.
The event also provided information for students to seek help.
The To Write Love on Her Arms organization says that depression is the leading cause of suicide and that 2 out of 3 people who struggle with depression will never get help. But that's why the organization has responded to more than 150,000 emails from people in 40 different countries over the past few years.
And as the night came to a close, Tworkowski had some final words.
Maybe this is just part of this human condition that you and I keep waking up with, just this reality that we're gonna encounter pain and we're gonna encounter questions and we're gonna encounter things that we don't know how to let go of.
Life can be such a scary, lonely place sometimes, and there's people around you that care and people around you that are going through the same things, and if you need help, it's there, and there's hope.
In Mission Viejo, I'm Allie Carnett, reporting for Valley View News.
A drive to the store for food turned out to be big news in Klamath Falls, Oregon. That's because the driver was only 6 years old. Oregon State Police say the youngster crashed into some mailboxes, then collided with a pickup truck. The young driver wasn't hurt, even though he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The 29-year-old pickup driver suffered minor injuries in the accident. The boy's parents were sleeping when the child took their '96 Plymouth Voyager. He says he took a roll of pennies from home, found the keys, then drove to get some food. His name is not being released because he's only 6 years old.
And now here is Allie Carnett with some surprising news on why Kobe Bryant is being fined and other stories in sports.
The NBA has fined Los Angeles Lakers star player Kobe Bryant $100,000 for uttering a homophobic slur against a referee. The incident was captured on camera after the referee called a technical foul on Bryant during a game against the San Antonio Spurs. We won't repeat the slur, but Bryant apologized for the comment and he is appealing the fine. The controversy comes just before the NBA is scheduled to air a public service announcement presenting the league as more gay-friendly. In the NBA, the playoffs are finally here, and the Lakers played like they were somewhere else. They received the New Orleans Hornets in what seemed to be an easy matchup for Los Angeles. But the Hornets shocked the world and won the first game of the series 109-100, taking the early series lead. Chris Paul was the key for New Orleans with 33 points and 14 assists. Kobe Bryant finished with 34 points, but had 5 turnovers for the Lakers. Despite his injury, center Andrew Bynum was able to play and had a decent game with 13 points and 9 rebounds. In baseball, the slumping Dodgers had an inspiring win against the St. Louis Cardinals with a walk-off home run. Matt Kemp hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th to win the game 2-1 in a dramatic fashion. Andre Ethier also helped the team by extending his hitting streak to 14 games. This victory stops the Dodgers' losing streak at 5. But despite the result, Los Angeles has a 7-9 record and is still trailing the Colorado Rockies by 5.5 games in the division. A San Francisco Giants fan has been viciously beaten on opening day at Dodger Stadium and was placed back in a medically induced coma. Brian Stowe remains in critical condition at a Los Angeles hospital after experiencing setbacks over the weekend. Stowe suffered severe head injuries in an unprovoked beating at a parking lot outside the Dodger Stadium. Officials are offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the two men involved. Big-name fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are bringing back interest into the sport of boxing. Valley View's Aaron Giddens has a story on one little-known fighter in LA who says he is on his way to the top as well.
Standing at 6'3" and weighing 175 pounds, 26-year-old Ismail Salah is one of the world's premier fighters. Salah grew up in the Ukraine and has been boxing since the age of 7.
One day, I just walk around with my grandmother, and I see in ring in the window. My grandmother go to the gym, and I start boxing.
Salah's father is from Sierra Leone and his mother is a native of Ukraine. The light heavyweight star moved to Los Angeles from the Ukraine in order to further develop his skills. Salah's trainer Shadid Saluki says he was surprised when he first met him.
And he said from the Ukraine I was looking for, a white kid. And eventually I walked up to him and asked him, was he from the Ukraine? He said, yeah, don't it look like it? I said, no.
Ismail Salah turned into a professional boxer in 2008 and since then has gone undefeated. His record includes 15 wins and 0 losses, and out of those 15 wins, he has 12 knockouts. He is ranked number 6 by the World Boxing Council. Speed, strength, intelligence, and a desire to win make Salah a gifted fighter. Saluki says he reminds him of one legendary boxer,
Muhammad Ali. When I first saw him, the way he moves, the way, it's like he's so graceful in the ring, and he just moves and just dances and having fun. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Sugar Ray Leonard. I see Ishmael being right up there with them.
Salah's last win came from Jordanes de Spain in March of this year, and it was televised on ESPN2's Friday Night Fights. When asked who is his biggest competition, Salah made it very clear what he thinks.
I'm the best,
David Tapatazi is Salah's best friend from childhood and is also a premier boxer himself. The middleweight fighter was the winner of the Ukraine's reality TV boxing competition, The Champion. Saluki also works with Tapatazi and has nothing but compliments for both men.
They work hard, they're disciplined, they really want this, and it's a joy and a pleasure working with them because they're so dedicated and they're so hungry, and they're just really nice young men to work with.
For Salah, his focus is on one thing.
I want to be a champion of the world.
In Reseda, I'm Aaron Giddens for Valley View News.
Coming up next, an arrest has been made in connection with the Texas wildfires.
And some Los Angeles volunteers are getting their hands in the dirt to make greener schools.